Hey guys, it's Barkanheimer. If you never heard of me, now you have. Last episode, well, to be specific, in the last episode, the description, I said we were going to meet Rourke. And I have no idea if I'm going to keep that promise or not. But for now, what I have to do is I have to go talk to my mom and say, hey, I'm going on a journey. Whatever. So that'll take a few seconds. Minutes, seconds. I don't know. But it's nighttime right now, as you can probably tell. Hello. Thank you kindly. I still don't remember what I used the journal for. That's Barry's mom, as you can probably tell. See. No, see, damn. I'm thinking out of the car would happen. He slammed my stick in the door. By the way, if you don't know, that's from Jeff Dunham. He's funny. I'm moving at the speed of light. No, that's not what it was. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Alright. Battle on. Unlimited armor on. By the way, I didn't use cheats in this game. If that's what it's gonna be like. Die. I know that makes me sound evil, but... Oh dear, Lord redeemed. Here we go. Sorry I didn't have the sound on earlier. Didn't think of it. I was preoccupied with other things. I've been told the difference between an emulator and a simulator is that a simulator is sort of like the computer knows the game is to be played on a different system, whereas an emulator is you take away the code that says it's to be played on this specific system. So this emulator, the computer right now thinks that this game is to be played on the computer. That's what it thinks. Or it thinks that, per se, that the game is being played on the correct system that it's supposed to be played on. That's the difference between an emulator and a simulator. It's kind of complicated to explain. Yeah, she got a Bidoof. Doesn't really affect me, I don't really care. Bidoof is a stupid Pokemon. Yeah, just the right number. It's always good to catch a rock type. I mean, you fight Rourke, so maybe that kind of goes without saying. Scratch him. Scratch him again. I must admit, I'm amazed that we put up with this kind of graphics for that long. I wasn't looking at you when you noticed me, so no, we must not battle. It's been a while since I've heard this music. Actually, it's been a very long time since I've heard this music. I think the only reason I ever liked Platinum more than Pearl or Diamond was mostly because of Giratina himself. Giratina is my favorite legendary, by the way. Closely followed up by Darkrai and then Evil Tall, the new one. If you didn't know, of course. Level 8. Dandy. I'm walking away now. Boom. By the way, if you guys ever get in, if you guys ever have any time, look up the video Bacterial Contamination. It's a little bit creepy, but it's really freaking cool. Actually, a friend of mine agreed on this. It grows on you really quickly. You watch it 3 times, and then you'll be saying, like, this is a freaking awesome video. But it is a little creepy at the beginning. But don't worry, it's a robot. I do believe it's time for a potion. It has been a while since I've played this game. A very long while, actually. Oh, wow. One into the grass, and what do I get? Quick time. This is a good time to use Ember. Guess what? He's a bug type. If you didn't already know that, of course. Which you probably did. If you've played most of the Pokemon games, you probably already know that. Yeah. Make it kinda. See ya, Kroketop. See ya. Wouldn't want it. Be ya. And I realize you guys might be saying, why aren't you catching any Pokemon? Because the ones that are here are, well, I must say, useless. They just are. Kroketop. Useless. Even when he evolves into Kricketune. Boring. And the rest are just stupid. Starly. I've been looking up the, base stat totals for these Pokemon. Starly and Bidoof, even when they evolve into B-Barrel and Staraptor, they're still terrible, miserable, awful Pokemon. I don't know what I'm going to use for my flying type then. Probably Giratina himself. Hide him. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna win. Yeah. Oh, Burmy. Oh, guess what? He's grass type. Unless he's a bug type. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Hit him hard. Die! I know that sounds a little bit cruel in a Pokemon game, but you know, they have HP, which is technically health points, or hit points, whatever you prefer. Hit points or health points, one of the two. And those signify health. So if you run out of health, you're dead. So I guess it's cruel, but it's not inaccurate. It's cruel, yes. Inaccurate. I don't like Doctor Who that much. I like the older Doctor Who's. I like Tom Baker and John Pertwee, him. I like those two. Those two are good. The rest of them I'm not a big fan of. I'm just... I like to say the problem with... the thing about movies these days is that it's gotten too good at graphics. People say, oh, well, better graphics is always good. I don't. You walk up, bam, there's Dawn. Hello, Dawn. I don't care. Done. Oh, here's Looker. He's like, I'm being a bitch. How did you know? How did you unmask keys in the international police? Just making conversation. Looker is so fun. Considering he's been in the game for 3 generations, I'm surprised they didn't put him in the first generation. That'd have been awesome. First generation. There he is. Not bad. Sounds like Team Rocket. He said, oh, must be... some criminals have been stealing Pokemon from other people. Sounds like Team Rocket. I think that's why Team Plasma is so much like Team Rocket, because they were stealing Pokemon. That's what Team Plasma does. I don't know why, but that's what it does. Oh, not. Ich hoffe nicht. Hey, guess what? Barry, what the hell are you doing? Good for you. Here we go. You'd think they think that through first. I've heard of impatience, but this guy kind of takes it to a whole new level. I don't usually use very many of the X anything. X attack, X special attack. Oh, ooh, look, it's this dude. I kind of don't care, actually, but, you know, I'll play along. Yes. I usually end up with the Pokemon, with the coupon, with whatever, 3 first, Grand 3, coupon 3, whatever. And then I go to Grand 1, or coupon 1. Yes. There's coupon 2. Now I gotta find coupon 1, which I can never remember where it is. I can never remember where the last clown is. Ich habe keine Idee. There he is. Hello. Yes. Evolution. Evolution takes over. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Si. No. Ja. Sorry, got a cold chill. I prefer this screen, because it tells me the health of my Pokemon. Watch this. You can't tell me that's not pretty frickin' cool. I have to battle him again. Oh, Starling, of course. Why do I even bother asking? What's the second Pokemon? Oh, I already know what it is. Actually, that's a good point. I should go get that. There's an old rod dude from... I don't even know what it's called. Don't get too cocky. Duh. You're an idiot. Heavily fountain potions. Die, mother. Press the bucket. There we go. As my dad always says, die, mother. Press the bucket. Ich habe keine Idee. And here comes Pippa. Of course, in the anime, he is a Empoleon. He's so What is wrong with me? That's when Barry goes to catch the Gibble that Ash eventually gets. But he goes to catch the Gibble and he says, I forgot to catch it. What is wrong with me? And Napoleon's just like, Oh man, that Gibble. Ash's Gibble caused him major problems. For him and for Barry. I wonder what that Gibble's up to now. Actually, I kinda wonder what Gliscor's up to now. Gliscor is the Pokemon that Ash gave away to that... It wasn't an Aron one, he was like an Air Battle Master or some crap like that. Why do you keep using Growl? Stop using Growl. So shouldn't have got that. All I can say is at least he's not lowering my defense, because if he was lowering my defense, I'd be dead by now. One hit. Ah. There we go. Now we start doing more damage to him. Don't care. Critical. There's only one Pokemon I can use it on, so... Actually, people say that the animations in this game is not nearly as good as the animations in Gen 5 or Gen 6. I still like them, though, because they're simple. They reflect back to the old days of Gen 1, 2, and Gen 1, 2, and 3. Well, maybe not Gen 1. Gen 1 was a little too simple. Gen 2 was a bit more complex, and Gen 3 really got it down right. It didn't really help, but it got it down right. Just faint. I wanted to say die, but he's not dead, so just faint. Not like Gary's Raticate, haha. If you've never heard that story, you should look that up. I'm walking away now. I couldn't imagine... I don't know why the Pokemon Center sounds like that, and like why it doesn't sound like dee doo dee doo 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 doo. It doesn't really matter. I see myself if I can catch a Shinx. Oh, an Abra! No, but that means I need to throw out a Pokeball. Wish I had a Quick Ball. That'd work much better. But I don't. So Pokeball it is. And I've only got one shot at this. I don't know if Cynabra's a good Pokemon, but he's one of the best you can obtain early on in this game. And there he goes. As usual. You know, if I had, like, Mean Look or Arena Trap or something like that, I could prevent him from doing that. Oh, that's right. Old Rod. Whatever. The dude. What's his name? He's like the fishing guru or something like that. That dude. Right there. Who's looking at it? You. Nope. Yes. 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 So I can organize this. No? No, I guess not. Hit it. By the way, the old rod can only catch Magikarp, which is exactly what I want. I am. Like I said, I don't usually use those. X anything. I wonder what the chances are of getting a Magikarp. Probably like, pretty good. That was my 3rd try. One time I had to try 7 times to get a magic carp. Then I'm not bullshitting you at all. I really had to try 7 times. It was kind of sad. I'm like, you're joking, right? 7 times? I have to do this 7 times before I get a Pokemon? I think this is gonna kill him, but... ooh, it didn't. Yes! That either left him with 1 HP or 2 HP. Oops, that's not what I want. Don't want to hit him now. Hit it! A lot of people say, well, what's the point of Magikarp? I don't know. Turns into Gyarados. Duh. A lot of people say, well, why go through Magikarp if you can just get a Gyarados by itself? Well, you can't. Not immediately. So the best way to go through is to go through Magikarp. Which you can do. Granted, you have to go through it till it's level 20, which isn't so bad, because right now this is level, what, 15? 5? Sorry. Why did I say 15? Oh, because it said 15 levels. Maybe I'll turn it down. There's no reason not to hate on him like this. Actually, I like the Victory Road in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum the best. Just because it looks the most interesting. It's the most dynamic, but it's also kind of the most pathetic because it's not extravagant in any way. But it looks interesting in my opinion. And by the way, I'm playing this on a mouse stick. You should know that. I certainly hope so. On a keyboard, so I don't have an A, B, C, D. Well, I do, but it's like, I've adapted it, so I have an A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, whatever. So I either battle a trainer or I go through the wild grass to get Pokemon. Krooktide, Zubat. Actually, Zubat turns into Crobat, which is actually a very good Pokemon. People say, oh, it's a terrible Pokemon. No, it isn't. It's actually a really good Pokemon. People just say it's bad because they don't want to go through all the grueling levels to make it a Crobat. But Crobat is actually a really good Pokemon. Mostly because of its high speed stat. I think it's got a base stat of 130 for speed. Oh my god, that's really high. Considering the highest is 180, which, guess who has that? That's right, Deoxys in speed form. I mean, Deoxys doesn't even have an HP form. Why doesn't he have an HP form? It looked kind of like the defense form, but slightly less bulky. Just switch back over to Magikarp, that way I can get double. That won't do anything. Literally won't. But that's a bug type, so, you know, it did 1 HP. I'm not worried about 1 HP. Only when I'm at 1 HP will I be worried about 1 HP. If I'm at 4 HP, I won't be worried about 1 HP. If I'm at 10 HP, I won't be worried about 1 HP. If I'm at 1 HP, then I'll be worried. Even if I'm at 2 HP, I won't be worried about 1 HP. It's too bad this isn't a wild Zubat. I can catch it right here. Oh yeah, 1 point of health. How's that gonna help you? You absorb 1 point of health. How's that gonna help you? Oh, let's see. It's not. My Pokemon. Duh. Derp. 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 That's kind of nice. Trainer. Well, I said I was gonna meet Rourke in this episode. You know, I might not. Sorry. I think I said that at the beginning of this video. I honestly don't know. By the way, I'm not like Dorothy, I don't have short-term memory loss. You know Dorothy from, is it Dorothy? No, it's Dory, sorry. It's Dory from, Finding Nemo. Why did I say Dorothy? But sometimes I have it in my head. Sometimes, really, I do. Yes! Level 6. Okay, that's one level down. 14 to go. I realize pretty much no one else would be as excited as I am that one level got passed, but you know, one level can do a lot. You might not think one level can do a lot, but it can. Trust me, one level can mean defeat or victory, whichever you prefer. Probably victory. I think my mom's home. She went out for a walk. Maybe she's not. I can't tell. Yeah, she is. Stop that. Oh no! I'm fucked. Unless I defeat him in this one hit, I'm fucked. Dang it, Jim. Well, I'm screwed, because I can't use anything. Magikarp can only use Splash. It doesn't do anything. Oh well. I can always do it again. Nothing happened. Even if he had Tackle, I could hit him. Even if Magikarp had Tackle at this level, I could hit him. And do at least some damage. But no. It was the ice cream. And that's why we leave these things to the Japanese. Is that a Dookie Shit quote? Yes, it's a Dookie Shit quote, because he's counting down his top 10 favorite Pokemon. That one was Braviary. When I heard that some Americans had gotten to design a Pokemon, I said, well, I bet they did Braviary. But no, it was the ice cream. And that's why they leave these things in the Japanese. Sorry, I had to yawn. 88. Oh yeah, 88 Pokemon. What can you buy with 88 Pokemon, considering it takes 200 Pokemon to buy a single potion? I still kind of like the noise like, wait. Be quiet. Quiet. I like how they did in the 5th and 6th generations when they combined Pokemon and the Pokemon Center into one building. That was very useful. I'm sorry, it takes 300 to buy a single potion. It takes 200 to buy a single Pokeball. Kind of tells you that collecting more Pokemon is more important than healing the ones you already have. It's truly if it's broken, don't bother fixing it, just get another one. If a Pokemon is broken, don't fix it, because Pokeballs are cheaper than potions. Just go get another one. Oh, I know that sounds cruel, but I think it's hilarious. I realize you might say, oh, well, that's cruel, you're supposed to be friends with your Pokemon. I know, but it's still funny. Oh yeah, you're gonna use Growl. Well, that's not much of a point. Because I've got Ember. Guess what? It's a special attack. Ooh. Fetch. Dominate. It's a good thing he has a Machop, because if he's gonna take on Orberg City Gem, I'm glad he's got a Machop. Or is it Machop or Machop? Someone look that up and tell me, because I honestly don't know if it's Machop or Machop. Machop or Machop? I honestly have no idea. And then it'd be Machoke or Machamp. And then it'd be, or sorry, Machoke or Machoke. And then it'd be Machamp or Machamp. Honestly don't know. I've heard it in the anime only a few times, so... And by the way, people say that the anime of like Gen 4 onwards is bad. Well, unless you want to say Gen 5 onwards is bad. It is. I still watch it though, just because I want to know like what Pokemon does he catch and no moves and that kind of stuff, you know? It's kind of interesting, in my opinion. I realize that the anime itself is just miserable, but I still find it interesting. That's the difference. That's the difference. I don't find the anime good, I find it interesting. Well, you're not even gonna attack me. You've lowered my defense, what, 4 times? Was that 5 or 4? You tell me. But, man. You are an idiot of elephantine proportions. That's from Ratatouille, by the way. If you didn't know, that's from Ratatouille. Sebastian. Nice name. It's not the name of the, of course. Isn't that the name of the, crab in Little Mermaid, Sebastian? I mean, honestly, I have no idea. Richard, what's that? I have no idea. But, I think that's it. Of course she has a Psyduck. Of course she does. But I don't think Psyduck can learn, Water Gun until... Hell, I don't know. I've never really used Psyduck. I've used Golduck, yes, but not Psyduck. Golduck is much better. Mostly because he's one of the fastest water Pokemon out there. I'll look it up if you want to. I think he's one of the fastest water Pokemon there is. I mean, honestly, I have no idea, but I think he is. It even says so in his Pokédex. It says, "Oh, one of the fastest." Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason this girl was able to beat the Orberg Gym, because she has a Psyduck. Don't worry, I'm gonna beat it because, well, you'll see. A lot of people say the way you beat the Orberg Gym is you take the Magikarp and you level it up to insane levels, like level 20 or level to some ridiculous level before you get to the Orberg Gym, like to turn it into a Gyarados, and then you battle the Orberg Gym. That's not how you should, or you take either that or you take one of the other 2 starters, either Turtwig or Pepla. But I don't always go for the fire type, but I usually go for the fire type, just because it's more interesting. I'm not saying that a steel water type isn't cool, because a steel water type is freaking awesome. And then Torterra is just massive. He shares the species with Groudon, continent Pokemon. That's a big Pokemon. I mean, it's nothing compared to like Regigigas, but it's a big Pokemon. Actually, in Giratina and the Sky Warrior, is that the 11th Pokemon? Yes, it's the 11th Pokemon. In Giratina and the Sky Warrior, you see a Regigigas climbing down a hill with a bunch of Mamoswine, and honestly, the Mamoswine look like footballs compared to the size of the Regigigas. I bet 2 Regigigas could play football. I bet 2 teams of all Regigigases could play football with Mamoswine. That'd be hysterical. wrong. No, I'm also. It'd have to be a big stadium, though. I mean, the Regigigas would be like thud, 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 thud. It would shake. It would literally shake the ground. That is how big that stadium. That's how big that football game. What's Regigigas' height? It's more than 20 feet, ain't it? It'd still be hilarious. And they'd have massive numbers painted on their backs with like 2 gallons of paint. That'd be hysterical. Of course, why did it had to be an X defender? Like I said, I don't use the X's. There's no reason to give me any of them. Right, and here I get Rock Smash. That dude gives me Rock Smash. He's a hiker. So am I. Bum. I'm gonna see if I can catch a Zubat and a Geodude. Zubat, good. Like I said, Crobat is a really good Pokemon. Golbat is less so, but he's still pretty damn powerful. Oh, of course. There's no reason to even try to look at Magikarp to use a move. Ha! Supersonic always misses. Well, no, it doesn't. But it usually misses. It very often misses. Of course, it has to be a critical hit. Well, we can do it again. No, you didn't listen. Again! I don't think I'll battle these trainers yet. Oh, look, it's Barry. No, obviously. Running over here. Running this way. Running over here. Dire Hit. That's actually a really useful item. I've never used it, but they are really useful. But it is useful. Yellow Shard. Which I don't use anyway. Pokeball. Yep. Geodude? Zubat? Onix? Geodude. I'm always on the lookout for Onyxes, considering how big they are. What are they? 30 feet? 28 feet, that's it. Yeah, it's not gonna do very much. It never does. It never does do very much. Let's get him down to or yellow before I try to catch it. I don't know if I'll make it. I think I will, because I've got a few potions. That'll put me up to 27, which is 8 less than 35. So I'll be 8 points short of full health. Oops. Now maybe I can get to red before I have to. Ooh, look at that. He's using Mudsport. Which doesn't really help him at this point. Which doesn't help him do anything at all. boosted again. For no apparent reason. Oh, it had to be a critical hit, didn't it? Oops. Hit it. Now, if this doesn't catch him, nothing will. That's a Master Ball saying. If this doesn't catch him, nothing will. Because Master Ball is guaranteed to catch Pokemon, which I certainly hope you know. If you're watching this, I certainly hope you know that Master Ball is absolutely guaranteed to catch Pokemon. Looks just like a rock. Really, you don't say. Now I've got to find a Zubat. Zubat? Zubat. Good. Alright. Ooh, and it's a level 7. Good. That means it's higher than the level 5 I saw earlier. It is the same level as Magikarp. Which means it probably has around the same HP. 20, 21, maybe 22. I mean, honestly, I don't know about lower Pokemon. Lower Pokemon's base stat total. Or non-evolved Pokemon's base stat total. I just know about more evolved Pokemon's base stat total. And I can't recall them, I just know that certain Pokemon have a higher base stat total than others. Like, for example, I know that, Eevee, by himself, has a base stat total of 325. And then, when he evolves, he gains 200 points, and obtains, for all evolutions, he obtains a base stat total of 525. 200 points in one evolution. You might say, oh, well, that's not very interesting. It is. That is incredible. 200 points in one evolution. And I just got a Zubat. Yeah. So I've got a Zubat, and a Geodude, and a Magikarp, and a Chimchar, which will soon be of course it's a Geodude, of a higher level of the one that I have. Prima. It will soon be a Monferno, that's it. Oh, and I have to do something. I don't use TMs too much because once I use them, in this game at least, once you use them, they're gone forever. And by the way, I use that on Geodude because usually I teach my first Pokemon Cut. So I'm going to teach Chimchar Cut when I get it. Now, if I had an Abra, once I meet Rourke, I could teleport out of here. But I don't, so. Hello, Rourke. Oh, right as I get to it. That's very annoying. Very annoying. Leave it! I'm just gonna get away from here. I'm gonna have to end the episode soon. Yes, Rourke. Well, I'm gonna have to end the episode soon. Did I already say that? I already said that. Why do I keep encountering Geodudes? I wish you could teleport out of here with Abra, but no! He had to use teleport and get away from me. That's just the way Abras are. It's one of the most annoying Pokemon ever. Or, to be precise, it's one of the most annoying Pokemon with that specific move, ever. If he didn't have that move, he'd have, like, confusion and it wouldn't be annoying. But he has teleport and not anything else, which is boring. But I must ask, once he runs out of PP, what does he do? It's like, oh no, I've got to run away. I don't have any PP for teleport. Crap. You must admit that has at least occurred to you once. And now they're all full health. Yay! I don't know why I did that. I did. Chimchar still hasn't evolved into Monferno yet, so I'm gonna go train him with these guys over here. Whoops. Didn't mean to run in there. Well, kind of like that. Click, 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 click. It kind of builds up like a Minecraft wall. Kind of looks kind of cool. Guys, by the way, if you guys don't play Minecraft, you should, because it's fun. Because it's fun. Whoops. I do have a fighting type, but I don't think my fighting type is powerful enough to take care of this Bidoof. Well, I have a fighting type move. I don't have a fighting type Pokemon, but I have a fighting type. Not yet. I don't have a fighting type Pokemon yet. And I do believe that Chimchar, or to be specific, Infernape is much better than Emboar. People say, oh, well, they're just copying Blaziken. Yeah, I don't think so, because I think the base stat total of Blaziken is more leaning toward attack, whereas Infernape's base stats are leaning more towards speed. Man, I gotta get 2 levels with this. Man, what's up with that? I think I'll end this episode in front of the gym once I've battled the trainer that's next to me. Not even going to bother. It's what we do. Really, you don't say. Chimchar or Giga. Giga. Oh, that hurts. And you scratch. Oh, of course, he has to use quick attack. And you scratch again. Shanks. Came up saying, well, why don't you put in Geodude? Well, because he doesn't know any ground type moves. I realize he is a ground type, but he doesn't know any ground type moves, so there's no reason to put him in. Really? You're gonna stop me 1 HP away from beating him? Of course you are. Level 13. Oh, and I'm back into yellow. Good, I'm not going beep, 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 beep anymore. Insufficiently raised? More like insufficient Traino. Burn! I might as well battle this Zubat. Like, actually battle it. You have to gain that last level so I can fight the gym leader. I know it's what you all want. I know you all want me to do it, but technically I have met Rourke. Technically I have met Rourke. I haven't battled him yet, but I have met him. So I did break my promise. We did meet Rourke in this episode. And then I'll have to save. So I'm standing in front of the Pokemon gym. I save. And we're pretty much done with this episode. So, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. I'm Barkanheimer, signing off.